Okay, we are there. Okay, everybody, welcome to the webinar, Facebook for Fit Pros. I have done a Facebook for Fit Pros webinar and an event and talk probably since Facebook started. I still 100% feel and think that this is right now, June 2019, that is still the #1 platform for you, for Fit Pros, for anybody that has any kind of local business or wants to create something online to spend their time on. Absolutely, 100%, absolutely. And especially if you are dealing with women 30 plus. Now, a lot of the younger guys are on Instagram, and I've just done my Boogie Beat class this morning, which is interesting. Very much younger mums, a lot of early 20s. And out of 15 that I had this morning, 6 of those aren't even on Facebook. They have Messenger, but they don't even use Facebook. They all use Instagram and various other ways of communicating. So it's interesting. But if you are seeing women 30 odd plus, 35 plus or older, or even 60s and 70s, because they are the fastest group, the fastest demographic that are coming on Facebook. And the best thing about older people on Facebook is they don't move through the news feed really quickly. They go through the news feed really slowly. So they see everything. They maybe don't go on every day, or they don't go on 25 times a day, but they do go on and they are there. So people always say to me, but Rachel, my people aren't on. But there are thousands and thousands of people who live in your local area who are on Facebook. So we need to make sure that you, one, aren't wasting time, that you aren't spinning your wheels, that you're really clear about Facebook and all the different sub-platforms or sub-products that Facebook has to offer. Understanding that, getting your head around it, and also getting your head around what do you want? What do you want from this? What do you want from this business? What do you want to create? So if everybody can just give me a thumbs up right in the chat box, and let me know, what do you want? Do you want more people in a class? Do you want to run more things online? Do you want to earn more income? What is it? What is driving you? Is it that you just want to help people? And also, do you see yourself as a business, even if you teach 3 classes a week, or do you see this more as a hobby? Or maybe it's a hobby right now and it's something that you want to transition over. Give me some comments in the chat box if you're listening. If you're multitasking, I get it. You might be watching doing something else. I understand. But it'd be great to get some feedback. And if you're on the recording, please do send me a message, because I do love to know where you're all at with everything. It's so helpful. So Helen says, need more people to come to class. Brilliant. Attract new people. And is that attract new people into live classes, Andrea, and online? Just attract new people into your business in general. For desperately trying to make it work. Okay, business and desperate. Got it. You've got to see this as a business. Even people think that being in business is running a big business. It's not. Everything takes time. If you are running a Facebook group, I'm going to talk about that. If you are answering questions on Facebook, if you are, all of the additional things that you do around your class, it's costing you. It's costing you money to do that. And this website, this webinar is helping you really understand that Facebook, yes, you can pay for adverts. Yes, you can scale your business and you can put £2,000, £3,000, £4,000 into your advertising and it will generate an income. More people will see you. But I'm pitching this, that you're not spending any money on marketing. So if you don't spend any money on marketing, you need to spend your time. But we need to have an end goal. Otherwise, you're just spending all this time jumping from one thing to the other, to the other, to the other, with no clear plan. This is exactly the same if you were following my Kickstart plan. You're on a diet with me, nutrition. What's your goal? What do you want to achieve by Sunday? And then let's work on the steps that we need to do consistently every single day to get there. This is the same with everything, whether it's a diet, whether it's a business, whether it's you're planning a holiday. It's planning, and it's being really clear about what you want to offer. So it's tempting in fitness because we're all creative people. We love helping people. We love being with people. And we get sidetracked because there's so many other things that we can do. I want to do menopause now. I want to do older adults now. Let's do Pilates. What's the latest thing? Oh, it's this. We jump. And sometimes that's not advantageous if we can get a really clear, and this is easier to do on Facebook, if you can think, well, who do I want to attract? Who do I want to work with? How do I get them? Where are they hanging out? What can I create that is of value to that person? And I'll give you an example in a minute. Deborah says, see it as a business, but I only do. When you say, Deborah, I only do 14 classes a week, that's bloody full time. With all the admin, you work way more. The 14 hours, that teaching hour, that's the easy bit. I'll say that so many times. That's the easy bit. It's all now the background work that it all takes. Compete with, and that's it. Compete with other local FITROS, treasure centres. I'm a generalist and I run different styles of classes. Great comment. Come on, let's go. You guys all know me, but that's pretty much my resume. Set up community classes in 1987. I've worked for Nike, FitPro, Fit Camps. I love creating. I see myself more of a creator. I love to create brands and programs. I love to serve women. I've always been into entrepreneurship and business. I've never worked for anybody else. My mum and dad they had many pubs when we were little and growing up. So I've always had to work in a family business. So I've always been a bit of a grafter. But I'm excited by the future. I'm excited about fitness and wellness and health and putting this all together with digital. It's just, we can just really explode. We can explode what we offer. We can reach more people. We can earn more income and we could get paid what we deserve and what we should be earning for all this additional work that we put in. It's growing. But I know, because I'm a fitness professional, as I just said, we get sidetracked with so many different things. And remember, the social media platforms, your phone, this is designed to keep you addicted. It's designed to keep you going back in. Facebook has that dopamine level, that serotonin, that dopamine. You post a picture, you go back in to see who liked it, what do people comment, and it keeps you going back in and back out. It's like, you can't leave the chocolate box alone. You have one chocolate, boom, you get the serotonin and dopamine, you're back in. It's so addictive. You've got to have a really strong mindset to think, well, this is a business. I am not wasting my time looking at people's cat videos and holiday, whatever. I am here to serve my clients and to get more people into my business. Do you all agree? Yes. Absolutely. But having said all of that, Facebook is magic. I think it is magic because it's free. It's free. It is blooming free. You could get up in the morning, post on Facebook, and with the right graphics, a bit of video, the live, building community, hundreds of thousands of people can see what you're doing and what you're offering. I think it's amazing every single day. I always wanted to be on TV. I've never been able to get on TV. I've got knocked back so many times. But this is like having your own TV channel. You might not want your own TV channel. So there's lots of other ways that you can get your message out there. You don't even have to put yourself out there that much. Just be really clear about what you're offering, your brand, and who you want to attract. Thumbs up. Okay. So the point of this whole webinar is if you're not paying for advertising on Facebook, then you've got to spend your time. You've got to get clear. Now, even if, like Deborah, you offer lots of different things, maybe you do a boot camp, maybe you do Pilates, maybe you do Boogie Beat, maybe you do all of these things, each one of those programs will have an avatar. It will have a demographic who will be attracted to that person. And the overarching brand over the top of all of that is you, being authentic, yourself. It's you. It would be Rachel Holmes Fitness. She does Boogie Beat, Fitness Pilates, Kickstart Backlash, all of the little things that I do, you do, if you do lots of different things. So you've got to get really clear about you and your values. And then for each individual vertical, they're called verticals, you've then got to have an avatar, a client in mind when you're doing any marketing on Facebook for that avatar. So if you are doing, let's say, Boogie Beat, we know that is pretty much, it's attracting obviously mums, a lot of new mums, maybe younger mums. I've noticed in my class it's all younger mums, which is interesting. So I've got to find, where do they hang out? Well, a lot of them are on Instagram. They are on Facebook. They tend to use Messenger. They don't look at everything so much. I've had to go into the baby groups. You've got to think about who the avatar is for each one of those verticals. Yeah? Okay. We need to get very clear. Who do you want to work with? I mean, I'll say this on every single webinar that I ever do. When you're a generalist, it's really hard. If you do offer lots of different things, set yourself up as a health and fitness or a health and wellness or a health and wellness expert. Put yourself up there. So people, when they think fitness, when they think group exercise, when they think that, they're going to think of you. They're going to see you on social media, and what you offer is really, really clear, really, really clear. So we've decided, what do you want to use Facebook for? Do you want to get people into your classes? Do you want to get people into your events? Do you want to get people into your online programs, or all of the above? Well, you might not even be sure yet. If you're not sure, don't worry. You can still build a community online and just find out what your community wants. I've done this so many times. Build a community, get people into a group, start putting content out, and see what people respond to, see what people ask you about, see what people want to find more about. You could then create a program around what people want. Okay. This is always going to be you. Who are you? What do you want to offer? And what's your end goal? What's your end goal? Write it down now. Is it in a year's time, you want 10 classes that are all full, you want to be earning X amount, you want to be teaching these things? Be as clear and as specific as you possibly can. With your clients, who do you want to work with? Do you want to work with different demographics, different verticals? Who are they? Do you want to do a men-only Pilates class? Do you want to do a family session? Do you want to work with postnatal? Do you want to do a more modern menopause sort of class? Do you want to do weight training? Do you want to work with teens? All of the different things, write them down. Who do you love working with? And if it's events, and I highly recommend that you do some events and you organize events, whether you organize a digital event, something online, you could do this. We've talked about this on a previous webinar about how to do online webinars and workshops. Or do you want to do some kind of bi-monthly event, masterclass? So again, you're stamping yourself that you are an expert. So again, really, really drill down. Who are you? What do you want to offer, and what is your end goal? If you and I were sitting down together and we were doing some strategic coaching and strategic business, I would say, well, what is your goal? And I can't believe how many people don't know or haven't really thought that for. Where do you want to be? What do you want to achieve? If you just keep rolling over, and I always use the diet and fitness mentality, you know, people that don't have a plan, that don't follow a program, that just kind of freestyle it and just, you know, go from one diet to the next, never get to the end result, never get the results that they want. The clearer you can be with this. Do you want to take staff on? Do you want to work in corporate? There's so many different things that you can do. Write them all down. Are you with me on that? You've got to get clear. If I was your business coach, I couldn't put a plan together with you until you told me what you want to achieve. And I know whenever I put this in any groups, people always never write what they really want because they're thinking about what other people are thinking. Get away from that. What do you want? What do you want? Do you want 20 new? What would change your business trajectory if you had 20 new people show up tomorrow and paid for a course or a membership? What difference would that make to your business? What if you got 100 new clients next month? What would that mean to your business? What if you've got 50 new clients next month? You know, you could even put it down into those kind of goals. You know, in September, I want to attract 100 new people to my online program, 100 people to my group, my membership, my community classes. What is it? Get it really clear. And I know that makes sense. Okay, so let's now talk really general on the Facebook. So if you've been on Facebook since the very beginning, the good old days, you'd put a post up, everybody would see it, people would come to your classes, it was amazing, life was easy, it wasn't as complicated as it is now. But we've now got the Facebook news feed, and there is word on the street that the Facebook news feed is going to disappear and it's going to all be stories. Oh my goodness. So which is why we need to get involved in stories right now. We don't know if that's going to happen. We heard it's being tested, but again, the Facebook newsfeed, because of all of the things that's happening with Facebook, Cambridge Analytica, you know, terrible tragedies around the world that are being filmed on Facebook Live, and they're not able to take it down fast enough. I mean, there's, you know, elections that seem to have been swayed. You know, Brexit apparently has had, was interfered with apparently due to Facebook marketing, not Facebook the company, but, you know, people buying advertising, making sure that certain memes, videos were seen in certain demographics, newsfeed. I mean, it is fascinating what's going on and how quick the world is changing. So you've got the newsfeed, but that might go away. Facebook Live, I mean, gosh, it is like having a television channel, having Facebook Live, and going live as often as you can on either your profile or your business page. I mean, that is definitely going to be the fastest way for more people who are on your friends list see you, and getting used to going live. You don't have to do a talking head like this. You know, you could be going live once a week, doing some exercise, doing Q&A, quick tips. You could be walking the dog. There's a million things that you could be doing on Facebook Live on a regular basis, consistently showing up, sharing information that you probably collected from somewhere else, somebody else on a course that you're going to talk about in your own way, so people can know, like, and trust you. Facebook events. I've had this Boogie Beat is on my mind at the moment, because all the Boogie Beat instructors, you know, they're all trying to get the message out. And Facebook events is just, do you all use Facebook events? The app is a separate app. So for anyone locally, especially if you've got children, you are always looking at the Facebook events app. What's happening today? What's happening at the weekend? Are there any kid-friendly things? Are there any family activities going on? You know, years ago, we used to look at the classifieds in the local papers, and for some regions of the country, there is still a classified section. But for many, people just go onto the Facebook ads. Put your classes on an event every single week. Every week, whatever you've got starting, put it up, you know, whether it's whatever your class is. Every Sunday or every Monday, whenever you do your marketing, get your events on there. Put your graphics, put your pictures, tell everybody what you're doing, how much it is, if it's free, who can come. Every single my parcel man's coming, so I'm going to run in a minute. Any single thing that you can think about that is going to help you with your launch or your class, or even if it's an ongoing class, just do a Facebook event, because it will go onto the events app. It gets circulated. Facebook want you to stay on Facebook. So the more you can use Facebook products, the more Facebook will show that in the newsfeed. And it's so easy to share. Get your share ambassadors on it. Just put it on there. Yeah. He's got it. And that will be such an easy way to get more people looking at your classes. So whether it's classes, courses, whether it's an online course, offline course, you need to have those weekly events all of the time. You can make the events recur. How many of you here use Facebook events and do a regular event? Write me a comment, a chat. Let me know. I mean, we use them all the time here, all the time. Everything we do, we always do a Facebook event, whether it's a course, whether it's a class, whether it's local, anything. I mean, it's getting sunny now, so we're going to be doing Pilates in the park. They'll all be on events. So let me know. Do you all use events? No. Janine, events? No, not regularly, only for one. No, we need to do them all the time. This app, the Facebook event app, you know, all my mum friends live by it. They're always, have you seen what's on? And they all tag each other all of the time. It's so viral. Not regular. So do it regular. So that's number one top tip. Facebook Messenger. Interesting. I said to you this morning, my Boogie Beat mums, quite a lot of them, younger mums, are not on Facebook, but they're on Messenger. Now, Messenger is a much more personalized approach. And for my Boogie Beat girls as well, because so many of them weren't on Facebook, I just set up a Messenger group. So everybody that has an inquiry on Boogie Beat, I add them to the Messenger group. I don't put content up there. We don't have long chats. It's just quick. Yes, Boogie Beat's on this week. The weather's good. See you all there. It's just a really easy, quick way of communicating with anyone that's interested in doing that class. So if you work with a younger demographic, you might want to add a messenger group, but you could use a messenger group for any of your classes. You know, if you've got anything that's going on and people need to know, in fact, you know, everybody, we're going to talk about groups in a minute, but it's a really useful form of communicating with your guys. And also one-to-one messaging. You probably have noticed that you can, we'll talk about Facebook ads, but you can actually buy Facebook ads that go directly into Facebook Messenger. We've been experimenting with this. People see their inbox, their messenger inbox, as quite a sacred part of social media, and it's quite intimate. It's almost like when somebody text messages you, you know, it's quite intimate. But the open rate on a messenger is something like 99%. You know, when you see that messenger message notification, we can't help but go in and have a look. So it's great for one-to-one marketing. So for example, if you've got a Facebook group and you might have somebody that's been coming to your classes or your sessions for a long time and then suddenly stops, whatever reason, you know, it's usually nothing to do with your class. It's usually something personal. It's usually a time change. It's usually circumstances have changed. You know, we all have those moments when people just disappear off the face of the earth. You know, reigniting people. This really does always have a massive input. You know, if I look at somebody like today, for example, I might look down the list of everybody that's doing this webinar, and then I might compare this list with everybody that's been on the Instagram webinar or everybody that's been on the other webinars that I've been on. And there might be somebody there, and there was actually 3 people who've been on every single webinar, and I know they're really keen on building the business because I've been chatting with them. You know, so quick message, you know, hi Paula, I noticed that you've not booked onto the Facebook Messenger. Is everything okay? Anything I can help you with? Now you might think that's a bit forward. You might do, but you know, straight away, Paula came back to me and says, oh, thanks Rach, thanks for getting back to me. We're just on holiday this week. I meant to book it, but I forgot. I want to book it so I can get the recording. Boom. Paula then was reminded, you know, she signed up for the webinar. And often people just need that little personal touch. Another example, I go regularly to the hairdressers for a blow dry. Something happened, I didn't go, and then I couldn't make another appointment, and then something else. You know how it goes, it rolls on, then I didn't go, so I ended up going to somewhere else. And then my old hairdresser, you know, sent me a message, because I kept thinking, oh, gosh, dare I go back? How silly is that? Dare I go back to the hairdresser that I used to have? She'll know that I've gone somewhere else. She's going to think whatever. So she just sent me a message because I'd talked to her about this in the past, and she said, oh, Rachel, I don't know, you've not been to have a blow dry. Just to let you know, I've got a couple of openings. I've got an appointment on Friday and one next Sunday. Please come and have a blow dry on me. I was like, yes, that's great. So I'll go back, have a blow dry, and probably book in with her for the next 6 weeks. But I probably wouldn't have done if she hadn't have reached out to me. So Messenger is a great way of doing what I call hand-to-hand marketing. You know, and it doesn't need to be anything. It's friendly. One quick message. How are you? Notice you've not been to class. Anything I can help you with? You know, here's a free session. Come to your next session on me. Because often when people are used to coming to something and then for whatever reason they stop, they feel, we've all been there. Does everybody agree with that? You kind of think, oh, dare I go back? Is she going to think, where have you been? And I've not been because I've just not had enough time. Tell me what you think. And I think Messenger is a really wonderful tool. Text message, you could do the same. WhatsApp, you could do the same. It's all personal. Okay. Do you all have a Facebook business page? We all need a Facebook business page. Now, the thing is with Facebook business pages at the moment, there is zero traction, hardly any traction on Facebook business because they want you to buy advertising. Now, Facebook adverts is a webinar for another day, but you definitely need to have a business page because, especially if you haven't got a website, or especially if your website's not as good as you'd like it to be, putting content. People will search for you on Facebook and they'll have a look at your page. So it is important that your business page is up to date. It's got your timetables, who you are, what you offer. It's got your brand colors. It's got nice graphics. Even if there's crickets over there and not much is happening, which there won't be unless you're doing Facebook Live, unless you're doing stories, it's going to be quite dead over there. But people will still come and have a little look. So make sure that you are at least posting once a day on your business post, on your business page. Do you all have a business page? Put your hand up if you have a business page, and write in the chat box if you don't. Caroline, yeah. Debbie, yeah. Debbie, yeah. Everybody. Does that mean everybody's got one? Yeah. Andrea, yeah. Have you noticed there's absolutely no traffic over there unless you're doing Facebook lives? Nothing going on over there. Yeah, absolutely. And if in the future you do want to run Facebook ads and have an ad account, you need to have a Facebook business page. So make sure that you have got one if you haven't already. And then the last, this is the golden one. The last of the Facebook products is Facebook groups. Do you all have, just the same few people who like everything? Absolutely. Do you all have a Facebook group? Hands up if you do, leave me a comment. This, my friend, this is your gold. This is your gold. Creating a lively community as a group of people that enjoy what you do, go to your classes perhaps, or interested in what you do. These are your hottest prospects. These are your hottest clients, and giving them value in a group is probably going to turn them into regular customers further down the line. What's everybody saying? Have you all got a group? Groups are, yes, several, but no one really that I use over and above the one page. We want one community where you direct everybody for free, because I can honestly tell you that 60% of my business comes from my groups. 60%, probably even more. 70% of my people on my mailing list, I try and get them in the group so I can get to know them a little bit better. We get to know them, create the community. I spend a lot of time putting content in the groups. But whenever I launch anything, whether it's a webinar, a live class, an event, a local, whatever, I would say there'll be a big proportion of people in those groups will jump onto whatever that offering is. So it's so key for all Fit Pros to have a Facebook group. Okay, Facebook ads update. Now this is interesting. I use Facebook ads a lot, spend quite a lot of money on Facebook adverts, but I don't think that you should use them unless your website is up to scratch, you are really clear about what you're offering, you're really clear about you have a sales page, so that when you're sending people from an advert you are paying, you're sending, every single click is costing you. You make sure that that funnel is really clear. So when I say funnel, I mean the steps that it takes for somebody to see your advert, click on your advert, go to your landing page, click on that landing page, maybe download a free brochure or watch a video or attend a free class, and then click actually become a paying customer. It might be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. So you could have a great ad and a great ad, but you could have a lousy sales page, or you could have a great ad, but your website doesn't convert. People land on it. This is what happens to me a lot all the time. People land on Choreography to Go. There's so much going on. People get paralyzed by what's going on over here and what's going on over here. And boom, you lose a sale. So that's cost me maybe £2, £3, £4 to get that click. By the time they get to the website, they're not as hot. They're not as hot to trot. And then they maybe not become a customer. So it's constant tweaking and testing and getting the website landing page right and getting the sales copy right and getting the advert right. So definitely look at that, but unless you've got your brand on Facebook, you're using Facebook regularly, you're using all the free stuff, and people are converting, I wouldn't waste your money. And I definitely wouldn't waste your money boosting. I would make sure, first of all, that your business page, you're posting on it regularly, you've got a great group, you're getting people from Facebook into your group, you're using events, you're communicating with people on Messenger. because it would be really easy. You see this with loads of other gurus say, yeah, definitely go for Facebook ads. But there's so many steps before. And the last thing I would want anyone to do is go wasting hard-earned money when they've not got the foundational pieces in place. So that's my take on it. And I know it can be really hard. Oh, I'll just put £1 on a boost. But a boost is not going to do anything. And £1, you might as well just keep it in your pocket. It's not going to bring you any paying customers. You know, you've got to think every single pound that you earn, I earn, it's so hard earned. You've got to make it really work for you. So unless you've got those pieces in place, don't worry about it. Okay, mindset. I'm always quick about this one. We've already talked about this in the intro. Mindset. You've got to be prepared to fail. Teaching's the easy bit. Showing up, putting your music in, boom, that's the easy bit. But are you not moving forward? Are you not harnessing Facebook platforms and sub-platforms because you're over-analysing things? You're thinking about what other people are looking at, what the person down the road's thinking. Are you overthinking and just not moving forward? Are you spinning your wheels? Again, go back to it. What's your long-term plan? Often when we're faced with adversity, when we need to earn more money for whatever reason, when we put ourselves under the spot, when we screw ourselves to the wall, often that's when we take action. So if you kind of are in that kind of, well, you know, everything's kind of working right now. I'm earning a, you know, decent, an okay living. Yeah. You know, when you're not pressured, when you're not, you know, when you've not given yourself a big goal, we tend to just keep going and we don't explore new things. We don't go on Facebook Live. We don't put ourselves out there because we kind of just keep going. I want you to just stop that and I want you to take action ASAP. Here's my next one. Whew. Okay, we've talked about this before, but again, just quickly, the foundations of all business, you've got to get clear. Who are you? What do you want to create? Who do you want to talk to? Who do you want to serve? Define and clarify your message. I sit down and work out how I can clarify my message, make it really clear what I do, who I want to attract, who each product or program or service or class is for. Really clear. And I know that we all think, oh, we want everybody to come. And I don't want to limit it because, you know, I might work with postmenopausal females, but young people can come as well. Younger people can come as well. Yeah, great. If they do, fantastic. But it's really hard to market on Facebook if you have got this really scattergun approach. If you are really clear of who you're talking to, whether it's a Facebook Live, whether it's on your story, whether it's creating your event, you know, you have to have that person in your mind sitting in front of you. How would you chat with that person? How do you address that person? How would you write to that person? Honestly, if you don't do this, these foundational pieces, it won't work. You'll just be posting randomly and not getting any traction whatsoever. So step one, do it again. Get clear and then get clearer and then distill it. What do you want? Get clear about who you want to attract and get clear about the product or the program that you want to create. Now, do you just want to promote your business, your fitness classes? Great, promote you. You be the expert. Get clear about who you serve, who you are, what your values are, etc. And again, we've talked about it. Who is this avatar? Who do you want to work with? Again, acquiring a customer acquisition, it takes time, it takes energy. And even if you're not paying, you know, for marketing, you still, you know, your time is money. So even though you're not handing your money over to Facebook, you are putting your time in, which is worth so much more. So you've got to be really sharp and hone these skills. And I've just talked about what is a funnel. So a funnel is, you know, you put something on Facebook. So your end goal is you want that person to become a paying customer. Well, nobody or very few people are. If you put a post up, right, let's say it's a live class. You've got a new Pilates class starting in 2 weeks, 14 days. Okay, new Pilates, Village Hall, 6 o'clock, everyone welcome, fully insured. How many times do you see that? What? That's not going to get anybody. And then people message me and go, no one's coming to my class. And I have a look at their social media and they've like posted 3 things in the last week. That news feed goes so fast. We need to create a system, a strategy. No one is going to see either a post or a Facebook Live or a story and then become a paying customer. We've got to court them. There's got to be a courtship. You've got to do a series of steps to acquire that customer. Are you with me? I've had people that have followed me on Facebook for decades, years, and they still haven't become a customer. Then suddenly out of the blue, they go, oh, I'm just going to sign up for XYZ. I've been following you since 2007. I find it fascinating. You'll definitely have that. People's eyes will be on you. But the only way you can make that happen on Facebook is to be visible. You've got to be out there consistently so people can see you. They know what you offer. They know what you do. They know that they have got something in common with you. And that's why they're going to become a customer. So your funnel could be, or your customer acquisition could be, you need to attract people. You've got to be visible. So you've got to be out there. You then got to have people come into a group. So you create a community. Everybody wants to be in a community. So you have a group. We get, there you go. Look, Caroline, I've been following you for years. And last week I signed up to Live Lead in the webinar. I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? I have that every day. Somebody messages me that, Caroline. I always think it's fascinating. And there'll be a million and one reasons why you haven't, jumped in on anything. Time's wrong. Time's not been right. I've not offered the right thing for you at the right time. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But Caroline has said that, she's been watching me for years. I think it always makes me smile. So we need to, and people need to like, know and trust you. It might take people years before they like, know and trust you, which you did obviously for Caroline. Or they might get an instant connection. But we need to create steps, a funnel. In marketing terms, it's a funnel. So you have post on Facebook, get everybody into a free group. In that free group, which I'll go through the steps, you've got to create community and you've got to show up consistently. So Monday, you might do a free workout. Tuesday, you might do a top tip Tuesday. Wednesday, it might be workout Wednesday. Thursday, you might post a recipe. If you can have a structure of what you're going to offer in your group, and then you want to collect data. What do people want? What are the age? Who's the demographic? Where do people live? Use that group as your focus group. Years ago, I lived near Boots, and years ago when we were at school, we used to go to Boots and do focus groups. And you don't need to do that anymore because you can just do it online. You can get everybody into your group. Now, if you don't know what you want to offer, it could just be a get fit with Caroline in wherever Caroline lives, Kings Lynn free fitness, whatever. Something that, shape up for summer or shape up with Caroline, free group, and then put what you're going to do. Free workouts, healthy tips, cooking, lifestyle, whatever it is that you're going to offer. And you can make some nice graphics. You can get that out on social media and can get people into your group. You could do a free challenge. You could do a plank challenge, a fitness challenge. You could do whatever. I mean, there's millions of one things that you can entertain, educate, and inform and give value to people in the group that you're creating. You're creating the virtual kind of coffee area in David Lloyd, where all the people come who go to classes, they all come at the end and they all get to know each other and build that community. So again, thinking that acquisition, that funnel. So you put it out there, people join your free group, they get to know you. You then offer something else free. So a free class, if you want people into your class, always got to offer them a free class or a free online program. Okay, yep, they like it, they come to class, they meet you. Then you give them a discount for signing up for, 6 Pilates sessions. So you can see you've gone from get that person from social media into your local group, into community, offer them something free where they come and meet you. They have a free class or a free event or a free launch, or if it's an online program, a free 7 days. Boom, they like it. They're ready to sign up. You give them a discount. You then really look after that client. So that is a funnel. Well, it's supposed to be like that, really. So lots and lots of people come in at the top. All these free people come into your group. People say 100 people come into your group. And then as you move down the funnel, you then offer people a free session. So maybe 50 people come to the free session. And then as you go lower down the funnel, you get 15 people sign up for your 6-week Pilates. Yeah? Can you see? You know now what a marketing funnel is? Cool, cool, cool. Okay. So again, this is just it. Customer courtship on Facebook. Create a free group, give away great tips, free information, get people to know, like, and trust you. Offer a free taster, a free event, a free class, free 7 days. Got to be free, because people don't know what they're signing up for, because there's so many health and fitness, health and wellness, gyms. It's so much. They've got to know that what you offer is for them. Nobody wants to waste time. Nobody wants to go to things, and you don't want to attract the wrong clients that drain you. You want the right clients. And this almost pre-qualifies those people before. There'll be tons of people join your free group and you'll never hear from them and never see them, but they'll all be there. And some will immediately get a connection with you, and then they'll move down the funnel and they'll probably become some of your best customers. And if you think of some of the customers that have been lifelong customers for you, you know, there's potentially people out there on Facebook that will become those customers. Also, you've got to give it a time frame. So this is something I did do a bit of, and then I stopped doing it, and then I've done it again, and it just is the way forward. You have to make people choice. Either, you know, jump in and be a customer, really, or, you know, maybe they're never going to be a customer. Or like Caroline, there will be a customer maybe a few years down the lane. But if you give them a time frame, so for example, maybe you run your group. If you think that you want to offer more classes in September, let's say, that's when you really want to launch whatever it is. So up to September, so you've got June, July, August, you've got to create like that runway, which means you're creating value. So you're getting people into your group all the time, into your group, into your group, into your group. It is very much like a numbers game. More people into your group, you know. Then maybe you do that for 4 weeks, and then maybe for July or August, that's when you're going to have your free class, your free course, your free. So that is going to then separate the people that are just in for the free group to the action takers. So then out of the action takers, boom, 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 you've got all these people. And then when you've done the free course, you've basically got 7 days, guys, 7 days to take me up on this offer, you know, whatever your offer is, and then it has to finish. So that forces people to make a decision. Are they going to come with you? Are they going to be customers, or are they not? And then close it and then go back and go through your funnel all over again. Are you with me on that? You have to, if you just let everything be open all of the time, this is why courses work really well. And I know everybody wants to do drop-in, and I think there's definitely a place for drop-in and pay-as-you-go. But from a business standpoint, having a course means you can rev up this runway, you can have something free, boom, the start date is here. This is when the start date is. You need to book on by this amount, and then that's it. You know, it's closed until you do it all over again. It just enables cash flow, makes people make a decision. It sorts out the tire kickers. And in business, it really makes sense. Are you there? Yeah. So your group is definitely the way forward. Whoo! Okay, where do you start? Okay, group number 1. So you've got to build your brand on Facebook. So we've talked about it. Set up a group. What's it going to be called? Write down now, what is your group going to be called? It could be Rachel Holmes Fitness. It could be Rachel Gets Nottingham Fit. It could be Health and Wellness for Women over 40 plus with a Rachel. You know what? Let me just cross my legs. Who do you want to get in that community? It could be postnatal. It could be modern menopause. It could be whatever it is. It could be families get fit with, and it could be a pop-up group, something that just is around for a few weeks or a few months, or it could be something long-term. Most of my big groups, they're long-term. I've had them a long time, and I constantly invest time and energy and effort and emotion into developing those groups and servicing people in those groups. So now you've got to build your brand. So what is your brand? Can you make some nice graphics? Dead easy. Are you all using Canva? I'm using Canva all of the time. I'm obsessed by a new app called Typorama, which creates really nice graphics for social media. Write that down. It's great. You can create a nice banner. So it could be, you know, over 40s fitness with Rachel Holmes, graphic, picture. You can use Canva that will make you some really nice templates. Boom, put it up. And then whenever you create any graphics, team, are you a woman over 40? Do you need help with your health and fitness? Yes. Join health and wellness expert Rachel Holmes in a free Facebook group where I will be providing, and be specific, I will be providing workouts, tips, nutrition, lifestyle, whatever, every single day or every week in the Facebook group. Make sure you join today and share with all your friends. Yes? I need some feedback from you guys. So you've got to build your brand. And you also use the same graphics and header on your Facebook business page, on your Facebook profile page, on your Facebook group, so people can see all that, so it all looks branded. It all looks uniform. It all looks nice. It all looks like you've taken the time to put that energy in. And when you're creating little graphics, and you can do it so easily on Canva, and also on Typorama, and there's word swag, that's always good. Join my free group for free workouts. Can't get to the gym, join my free group. Think of all the reasons why somebody would join your free community: to get free workouts. Maybe you're going to give away meal plans. Maybe you're going to give away a 7-day recipes, whether you're going to do 7 workouts to improve your posture, whether you're going to help people run a 5K. Have you got a local fitness event or a run or something coming up that you can say, anybody doing the Shrewsbury Half Marathon, if you're a runner, join my free group for training tips. Okay, I am just posting on my, no, you're posting everywhere, Janine. Is it easy enough to set up a group? Yes, very easy, very easy. Any groups that you're in, if you do it on your desktop, Janine, look down the side, it will say, set up a group, and it's easy. Do you have different groups running for all these different products? Yes, I do, Deborah. So I've got a fitness Pilates group, I've got a Kickstart group, I've got a business group. I did have a choreography to go group. What else what other groups? I've got a boogie beat group. Yes. And and I just try to stick with fitness Pilates content in there. Kickstart, although Kickstart crosses over a bit, because I put some Pilates stuff in there, but mainly it's nutrition, wellness, menopause, hormones, that kind of stuff. Multiple. That's where it becomes hard. Or you could have one Deborah Welsh fitness group where everybody who comes to your classes jumps in, and that's easier to have one overarching group that serves your customers, your clients. Is it okay to put the same post on your page? Yes, 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 yes. You've got the scroll is moving so fast. You just got to put as much up as you possibly can. Yeah. But your group stuff needs to be a bit more exclusive. So people, you could tease, always giving meal plans away, free workouts away, recipes away, time-saving tips. If you can maybe write one time-saving tip on your main page, and then you say, for more time-saving tips, for more whatever it is you do, join me in my Facebook group. Can you amalgamate? Yes, you can amalgamate groups. I'm sure you can. Did I amalgamate? No, I amalgamated the page. No, I don't know if you can. I don't think so. I mean, Deborah, if I were possibly you with lots of different things, I might have an overarching Deborah Welsh fitness class, fitness whatever group. And then maybe if you've got really specific verticals. The thing is, if you had a boogie beat class, a lot of those boogie beat moms will come to Pilates, and Pilates people will go to, they may do your boot camp, they may buy personal training. It depends how much time you've got as well. One busy, big, buzzy group, I think, is better than 3 or 4 groups that are all, ghost towns. Okay, so you need a Facebook identity, create a simple brand, talked about that, headers, posts, emojis, create a brand identity. You know, is there a certain font that you're going to use? Are there certain emojis that you use that you know, that can make you stand out in the news feed? Use Typorama on stories. I use an app called Unfold, which is really nice as well. Yeah, there is crossover. Create graphics and posts. You've got to do this daily. To build that group, you've got to create videos, text, graphics. You do live, you do Facebook stories to get people into your group. And then you've got to start delivering content. So you'll have a content timetable so people know, well, Monday she posts a recipe and then she's around for about another half an hour asking questions. Tuesday she does a Pilates workout, brilliant, like that. Wednesday we do a HIIT workout. Thursday she posts a meal plan. Friday we do, I don't know, whatever it is you do. You have a content, and of course you can put content, additional content around that, but have a framework, make a plan. So on a Wednesday thinking, shoot, what am I going to do today? You've got a plan. Okay, use live and stories. So you could go live on your business page or on your profile page and say, right, everybody who lives in Nottingham, I'm Rachel, I'm a fitness professional. I'm trying to get everybody as fit and healthy as can. I'm going to be posting recipes, workouts, you know, tutorials, anything to help you get fitter and healthier. However, wherever you are on your journey, and it's all going to be happening in the secret Facebook group. So if you would like to join, leave a comment and I'll see you in the group. Everybody leaves a comment. You copy and paste the URL of the group under every single comment. So you reply to every single comment and that will shift people into your group. Okay. We're going to use live and stories. I'm going to talk about it in a second, but your group is going to be the hub. It really is. You could do local challenges. You could, if people have got Fitbits, you know, you could say, you know, we've got a goal this week of everyone doing 10,000 steps. We've got a goal this week of everybody drinking 2 liters of water. It doesn't have to be anything difficult. Group goal this week is, I don't know, doing a 10-minute walk. I don't know, anything that gets, and I want everybody. Now, how I do it in my group, we all post, and Andrew will know, we all post sweaty selfies, which when we started doing this, I never thought anyone would do it, but everyone does it. No makeup, everyone's hair's everywhere, bed head, everyone's got, you know, sports bra on and they're doing the workouts in the pajama bottoms. We all do it. It's just part of the group now. Everybody posts a sweaty selfie. And it really creates a lot of camaraderie because we all kind of, whoa, you know, and some people always look amazing in their sweaty selfies and other people literally do look like they've just got out of bed. I love that, don't you, Andrew, in our group? But it creates camaraderie, you know, or everybody's got to post a picture of their breakfast this week. You've got to get that group involved. The more energy you put in your group, the more people will feel it and they'll respond to it. Yes, group is the key. And another question, something I get from FitPros when I talk, because I can't believe that so many FitPros don't do this, because it's just like creating a party on Facebook, you know, a fun, it's like we all get together and have a coffee. It's really enjoyable. And of course, there's going to be a percentage of those people will never become customers, or they might do in the long run. But a lot will become a paying customer, and you can always have an upgraded group. If you want to create something online, you could then, if anybody wants more daily workouts, daily challenges, you know, you could put a paid for group. You'd have to do a lot of free first so people get to know, like, and trust you. Your ultimate goal might be to have a paid for membership, a paid for community on Facebook. And again, that's a great way of creating an additional income. Cool. Okay, groups. So here we go. The pros: build a free group, offer advice, support, regular content. It's like the gym, the meetup. It's your online studio. Name it. Give it an identity. Okay. Promote it on your main page, using your stories, make graphics. What are the benefits of being a member of your group? Maybe everybody that's a member of your group gets a discount on your classes. Maybe they get a discount on courses if they book. Anybody a member of the Rachel Holmes VIP Club gets, 10% discount on any 10 class passes. There's so much you can do to make it advantageous to people to be in a group. Use Facebook to promote your Facebook group. Use the products and promote it daily on all of your platforms, in the feed, on Facebook Live, in stories, have an event. You can create an event and use events to promote your, this week in the Rachel Holmes VIP Club, next week we are doing the 10,000 step challenge. Have you got a Fitbit? Are you based in Nottingham? Do you want to join my group where you're going to do a simple basic warm-up? You're going to give people mobility exercises that they can do at home before they go and start to do their 10,000 steps. There's so much you can do to build value. It doesn't have to be difficult. And then promote it daily on all platforms. So if you just want local people, because ultimately your goal is to fill your local classes, make it a local group. If you can encourage people to come to classes, if you can have meetups, meet people for coffee, all of that kind of stuff, is once you've got those people in that group, that you can do. But you've got to do it consistently, got to do it regularly. Guys, are you all with me? So groups is number one. In reality, you're really serving this community. There's going to be tire kickers. You've got to give people time to get to know you. Let's say if you have 100 people in a group, there's going to be 20 people who are super engaged. 15 of those people will become customers quite quickly, and the others might take time. So if you've got 150 people in a group, you'll think, wow, 150 people are going to come to my classes. They won't. It doesn't work like that. Think of the funnel. All those people come in to see what's going on, and then they move down the funnel until they become a paying customer. Some might never become customers. Okay, step 2 to promote your group and promote your brand is stories. This is awesome. Facebook has situated stories. If you look at your phone right now, I'm just going to open the Facebook app, right on top of, let's just have a look. Let me just get my Facebook up. Okay, so I open Facebook, and look, you open Facebook if you're not watching this on your phone. What have you got? You've got stories right across the top. So I've got, because I do stories all the time on all the platforms. So I've got all mine at the beginning. And then I've got everybody else's there. So it's prime real estate. Look, front of your phone here. Oh, what have I done? Prime. It's prime marketing land. Prime. Which is awesome. I just think it's amazing that it's up there. And how do? You just press the plus key, and then you can put all kinds of different graphics. Now, I would do this every single day. Every day I would upload what you're doing that day. I don't mean what you're doing personally, but what classes you've got. I've got a friend of mine who's got a hairdressing salon. And I said to her the other day, why on earth are you not putting on your stories any gaps that you've got? Every day somebody cancels. Every day there's a gap. Why don't you put, I've got a 2 o'clock gap. I've got a 3 o'clock gap. There's people every day that are looking for, I need to get my hair done today and I can't find anybody. If you've got personal training gaps, if you've got gaps in classes, put them every single day. What are you doing? Your daily timetable. Make that a habit. Today I'm doing fitness Pilates at 6, boogie beat at 7, whatever you're doing. So people will see your stories, and this gets shown to everybody in your personal profile. So when you're posting personal stuff, it's not really getting out there. But because Facebook wants more people to use the stories, it's generating more eyeballs. And that's what you want, eyeballs. So you could have what you want people to come to that day. You could be counting down to new courses. You could promoting your community. And you don't have to be a talking head. because talking heads are a bit boring. You know what's really captivating is actually having a story. So it might be, you might make graphics. So it might be just a picture of you or a picture of your class. Good morning, guys, in text. My classes for today are next story. Next story. I have spots available in next story. If you would like to attend one of the classes today, next story, send me a PM or a DM. So you're actually crafting a story. It's not just random stuff. You've actually thought about this, and you're taking your reader, your viewer, on a little daily journey. And that's all it needs to be. It needs to be a bit of a story. Are you with me on that? Rather than just posting random, it needs to, and you don't even have to be a talking head. You could just have just one line of text on one line of text on the other. People can see the text really quickly. Click, oh, would you like to go to Pilates? Click, yes. Next story, yes. Click, I have a class today at 6. Would you like to attend? Next story, yes. Let me book you on, DM, yes. So that has actually taken you 6 stories. But it's captivating. People will keep clicking through and reading. Now, whereas if you're a talking head, which is okay for 15 seconds, at the end, you could do your talking head. You can go, guys, thanks for watching the story. If you want to book onto Fitness Pilates today, just send me a DM. If you've never been to one of my classes before, I'd love to offer you a complimentary class. Boom. So you are not wasting time. You're not putting inconsequential information out there. You're leading people down to what you want them, the action that you want them to take. And because Facebook wants more and more people using stories, they are going to make that part of the platform get a lot of traction, get a lot of eyeballs. Yes? So stories. And if you're using Instagram, you could post on Instagram stories, and then that will go through to your Facebook stories. I've linked all mine together. So my Instagram stories also shares on my Facebook stories. So saves time. Again, these are my favorite apps. So use these for stories. Word Swag, Typorama, Pick, Plate, Post, iMovie, Add Subtitles, Cliptomatic, and Videorama. I use those all the time. Okay. Step 3 is events. We've talked about this. How important is Facebook events? I mean, again, I'm just looking. Let's have a look. Let's look at the Facebook events app. So it's a separate app. It also, so you get 2 bites of the cherry. Your event will show up on Facebook for that day. And if you go into it's called Facebook Local. I'm just opening it now. There you go. Things to do today, places to go. What's happening today in my area? And I can click the fitness one. And it brings up Warrior Assault Nottingham, Park Cycling Can Save the World, all kinds of Fitness Open Day, West Park Leisure Centre. There you go. I didn't know that was on. I've just opened it up in my app. That looks interesting. So there you go. We've got Bells of Vivre, ladies only cycle race. I mean, it's some great stuff. Someone's there cleverly. A yoga open day. That's on Saturday, and Long Eaton Park run. So it's all there. You need to be using that. Oh, my friend who does the SUP, she's always uses Facebook events. It is the stand-up paddle bargain. It's crucial to create weekly events for your programs and online services. Okay. Step 4, go live. And also, if you're doing a bit of talking head on your stories, that starts to prepare you to go live. Why live is so good? Not many people go live. Why? Because it's nerve-wracking. Anything could happen. Parcel man could come. People could ring your doorbell. Kids could start screaming. A million things. It's nerve-wracking. We always get nervous when we go. I always get nervous when I go live. It's the fear of the unknown. It's if you're always worried about saying the wrong thing, tripping up. But you're being you. You're being live, you're being authentic. And again, with stories, it's one of the fastest ways that people are going to get to know you. They really are. But again, stop overthinking this and over-preparing. Just go live. You only need to go live for about 4 minutes to 6 minutes. Tips, Q&A. It could be just telling everybody about your group, telling everybody about what you offer, your programs, your services. Just keep it really short and to the point. How many of you actually use Facebook Live? Tell me, right in the comments. Is it too nerve-wracking? You put yourself out there teaching classes all of the time, but going live on Facebook is like, oh, can be really scary. What's everybody put? Sometimes in the groups, it's a great way to go live. It's a great way to build your know, like, and trust in your groups. Going live. I mean, I go live every single day in my Kickstart group at between 6:30 and 6:45. Maybe I'm a bit extreme, but just for 10 minutes, and it really builds that community. Never go live other than filming bits of classes. Go live. Not really thought about doing it, Janine. Why? Only Deborah says frightens me to death. Why? You know, you could definitely go live. I mean, going live in your classes is a good one, so people can see what it's all about. Going live in your classes and doing that in your group, especially if you want to attract people from your group into your live classes. Go live if you're a bit nervous to go out on the big Facebook platform, go live in your group and show people what to expect. People want to know that whatever they go to, they're going to fit in. They're not going to feel silly. And if they see a quick, bit of your class, yeah, I can do that. Oh, that lady looks like me. I can do that. Never go live. Yeah, got to do live. I mean, it's just, live has definitely catapulted my online part of my business massively. Going consistently live. Started off with Periscope and then started doing live with Facebook workouts, chats. And it really does work. It really, really does. But you just got to stop overthinking and over preparing and just do it. Just really do it. Especially if you want to build your community, build your group. Okay, so I'm going to set you all a challenge. Can you all go live after this? Wow, I've just been to this fabulous. When you now set up your group, your community group, go live everywhere, just for a few minutes. Hi, everybody. And when you go live, just, don't, okay, I'm just going to wait for everybody to turn up. Just be short, sharp, to the point. Just say to everybody, team, be excited, be exuberant, be you. I'd love to help you with your health and fitness goals. And I'm setting up a local free group. Or if you're not part of my group, maybe you can't get to classes. Maybe you need help getting started. Maybe your health and fitness has been spiraling a little bit. Come and join my group. I'd love to help you. I'd love to work with you. Leave a comment or an emoji and I'll send you the link to join my free group. Boom, over. Just do it. I need you to do it. I need you to use Facebook. That's probably one of the best things about Facebook. We've talked about Facebook Messenger. So it's personalized marketing in the DMs. Do you have all of your current clients, most of your current clients, are they on your Facebook? Encourage them to add you. But Facebook Messenger now, you don't need to be friends with people. You used to have to be friends with people until you could message them. Now everybody can message everybody. But it's definitely worth, if you don't use Messenger, sending people a quick text if they've not been, reigniting people, finding out if they're okay. Don't think it's being pushy. Just, if they don't want to speak to you, they're not going to respond. But, then it might just be the catalyst that they need to come back into the class. As I said with the hairdresser, I'm kind of thinking, oh, shall I go back? Shall I not? And then as soon as she messaged me, yeah, gosh, hi, Katie. Yeah, of course, I'd love to take that. Love to take you up on that appointment. Yeah, definitely come in. Especially if someone's been a long-term customer and they feel really awkward about coming back. So use Messenger or it works. It's really invaluable for reactivating clients, older clients who have not been for a while, who've disappeared. Good for networking. Again, if you want to create more virality locally, introduce yourself via Messenger to all the local businesses. Tell them that, they're very welcome to come to your sessions, that you run a boot camp every week, or you run Pilates, or you do this, or you do that. Network with people. The best thing about social media now is you can reach literally anyone, find out where the sports development person is. Can you send them a message? You know, reach out to people, network, tell them what you're doing. Everybody is so busy now in their, you know, in the trenches, not just Fit Pros, but everybody doing everything. And there's so many allied professionals around you. Yes. There's so many allied professionals around you, you know, do you want to attract more teenagers? If you're doing a lot of evening classes and you've got the room, you know, could you send a message? Could you contact the sports development team? You know, if you want, and say, you know, have you got any teens that might want to come to your evening classes? You know, you're doing half price for everybody from 14 to 16-year-olds. You know, if you're running postnatal classes, you know, send a message to any of the local postnatal groups. You know, reach out, use Messenger. You know, back in the day, we used to have to ring people up. We used to have to go and knock on doors. Now you could sit at home, you know, once a week for an hour and use Messenger or DMs or WhatsApp or text messages to introduce yourself and offer your services. Or ask people if you can post in their groups. Do you all have local community groups? I know with a lot of those community groups, they do have a lot of rules and certain, you know, you can't always post on certain days, but you know, search for all of the local groups in your area. Is there women's business groups? You know, reach out to people. Deborah says, just created a couple of events for my classes this evening. And there you are. Go for it. Okay. This is something I highly recommend, is that you batch create content. So if you're having a group, plan what you're going to deliver on a weekly basis. As I've said, you could have a theme, it could be a bit more random, but you know, have a theme, and then take a couple of hours once a week to create maybe some little videos, maybe do some workouts, talk to camera, piece to camera, you know, sit down for a couple of hours and then create all your graphics. Or if you're a real fidgety person like me, maybe you do 20 minutes of graphics here and 20 minutes when you're watching the kids do swimming lessons, and 20 minutes if you're stealing time. But batch create, you know, if your goal this week, why don't you make your goal this week to set up a community group and then create 20 different graphics that are advertising your group. You know, and 20 is not enough. You'll need 50. You'll need 20 just for this week. You've got to remember that the news feed moves so quickly. So it's volume of content. And I see so many fitness professionals that just, they just post a couple of times and they go, it's not working. You know, our people in front of us have got to see something 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more. I've just done a Facebook stories about tonight's class. Yes. Caroline, I'm so excited. And you've got to do that consistently. So you might, you know, I like to do all my live stuff first thing in the morning. In the afternoon, I don't know about anybody else. In an afternoon, I'm starting to go down the other side on the energy. I don't quite have as much energy as I did in the morning. You might be an afternoon person and you want to create content in the afternoon or evening. You know when your energy levels are. You know when you're best to do your videos on camera. You know, when you're creative, when you've got time to sit down and think it through and plan it on paper. You know, write down what your graphics are going to say. Plan it. Whenever you get ideas, take your ideas book wherever you go. Plan it. Here's mine. Get through about one a week. I'm constantly writing stuff down, ideas. And if you see people on Facebook, it could be other fit pros, other businesses, other genres, screen grab, you know, take pictures. If you like if you like memes, you could use that text, but you could put your picture underneath it, you know. So you've always got an abundance of content, you know, and let people know. So I know I would daily sit down, do my Facebook stories, do my Instagram stories, go into all of my groups, answer questions in my groups. I just see this as part of my working day. You know, this is servicing my clients. All of that is for free. So it all costs me time. But out of that, you know, there's going to be a percentage of those people that are further down the funnel and they're going to become customers. And that's how to view it. You're kind of, what's the word? You like putting money into the bank. before you're withdrawn it kind of thing. You're creating that value. You're creating that snowball effect and showing up consistently. You know, if you do this Monday to Friday, it's part of your working day. This is the way to work Facebook, you know. And then if you are, you know, Facebook drained by the end of the day, switch everything off by 6, 7 o'clock at night and don't look at it again till the next day. Don't do your idle scrolling because it zaps your energy. The more you're looking at other people's stuff, the more I think it really does drain you. So, you know, maybe you just have an hour at a certain time where you do all your Facebook stuff and set your boundaries. You know, in your groups, say to people, I'm going to be on live between 6:30 and 7:30, and then I'll be back in the evening to answer questions. Then everybody's happy. It's the same thing. We teach people how to treat us. And this has been a problem that I've had massively. Constantly going into the groups, answering all of the questions all day, every day. It's exhausting. It's tiring. You then start to feel resentful. You know, if you say, this is when I'm here, this is what I'm doing, this is what to expect, everybody's happy. Everybody has the right expectation there. Whew, how's that? I've got more. So there we go. Batch create content, more apps for photo editing, a color story. That if you like that vintage style sepia 1970s kind of look, I love that style. It's not really my brand, but I do like that style. That you can get that from a color story. And then Visco, VSCO. These are all free apps. Lightroom is good too. So as I said, create a daily Facebook plan. I always go into my groups first thing with information. Maybe I pop in at lunchtime on evening. Set boundaries, as I said, something I didn't do and sincerely wish I had. It's hard to go back in with boundaries when you've been all things to all people. It's really hard. Show up daily and be consistent. And join other local groups. Don't just be, you know, ask people in your group, what groups are they members of? You know, join other groups, network with other people, and just stop wasting time on Facebook. You don't need to be looking at people's holiday pictures. You know, you need to be doing your work, seeing it as a business, and then stepping back and living in the real world. It's hard. Build a membership on Facebook, and I highly recommend this once you've got going. Once you've got your community going and you're loving it, you can then offer people an upgraded version, a subscription, a membership, where for a certain amount of money per month, they get more, you know, 7 workouts a week, a meal plan a week, recipes, you know, it could be a monthly thing, it could be a recurring income, you know, the world's your oyster on that one. Again, over delivering and setting up a timetable of content, but building community and building a tribe with a free group first. Okay. Whoa, we did it. And in September, I'm relaunching the Fitness Business Academy. So if you've enjoyed these webinars and you want to go even deeper, then look out for the launch of the Fitness Business Academy. Awesome. Guys, I would love to know what your questions are. Come on, let's have a no holds barred question. Let me stop sharing my screen and then I can, let's get that. How do I get don't stop the share. That's it. Okay, cool. Brilliant. Okay, let's have a bit of a Q&A. Is that helpful? Do you now understand the plan, the courtship, the Facebook courtship? Do you understand the amount of content that you need to generate? That you can generate it really easily and quickly using apps? Do you now get that you need to just sit down once a week, twice a week and create that content? But you've got a through line. You know where you're going with this. So the end result is more people in classes. So we've got to create that funnel, group, community, free event, launch, taster, upsell, a paid course. Yes? Yes, need to do this properly. Schedule my time, define goals. Yes, absolutely, Deborah. Or the problem with not doing goals and not having a clear line is you don't know who you're talking to. You can't measure it either. You know, you can't measure, is this working? Are people becoming customers from these groups and from all the time that I'm spending on social media? If you're posting on your main platform, not many people are going to see it. If you get people into a group, everyone's going to see it. If you are using stories and people click onto stories, 90% of people are going to see it. If you send people a message via Messenger, 99% of people are going to see it. You want to be spending time where people are going to see stuff. Posting things on your feed, not many people are going to see it. Once a day is all you need to post on your main business page. Just keep that running. There's not going to be a lot of traction. Use all of these other products. Facebook Live, great way of generating income. I've been thinking about offering a monthly on. Yes, yes, yes. Should I offer yes, yes, a free 7-day taster? Because people don't know what to expect, Caroline. They need to see, they need to go in for 7 days. And if you're doing Lift Lean with Caroline, a 4-week program for modern menopausal females, let's say, you need to have a free 7-day group. And if you look, every single marketeer, UK-based, US-based, all do a free something first to get you in, to see if this is for you. You want to make sure that you attract the right people and the right people are coming. It's, you know, a two-way street. You don't want people who are going to really drain you, and they don't want to come to something that's not right for them. It's a win-win if you get 50, let's say 15 people in a group, free, a lot of work, 10 people then buy your paid program. I have more of an idea, but still not confident. Why aren't you confident? I can get it off the ground. I need to enlist my 21-year-old daughter. But you, come on, you can, Janine, you know, be you. Say, if you go on Facebook Live, you know, this is new to me. I teach fitness, but I want to make more of an impact. I want to reach more people. I think just be you and be honest. Everybody understands. I think if you don't try, just try these things. Nothing, what's the worst that can happen? Nothing. Nothing's going to happen. That's the worst that can happen. I think that's even more soul destroying if nothing happens. You've got to try. Yeah, I think it's being really strategic with your time. And right as at the beginning, that business coaching, sit down, what, you know, we can't get you there. I can't get you there. You can't get you there unless you know what there looks like. And as you start going towards your goal, you might change. That's all right. You don't have to stick on something. If it's not working, you change. But at least you've tried and you know that's for you or it's not for you. Any more questions? Come on, everybody. So fascinating. I just think the world's your oyster on this. Facebook is a phenomenal platform. You've just got to be visible, you've got to be consistent, and you've got to show up. And ultimately, that is going to affect your bottom line. That's going to get you more customers and a bigger income. Janine, I have more of an idea. Oh, yeah, she'll give me lots to think about. It is easy to get complacent. It's easy to keep teaching classes. It's really easy. That's the easy bit. Easy bit is to keep teaching classes, but just stepping out of that. Digital is definitely the way forward. All right, guys. Well, if you are on the recording, if you've got questions, send me a message, let me know. If this was helpful, let me know. What else do you need help with? Send me a message. What can I do to help you? What do you need help with in your business? Don't get sidetracked. Have a think about what you want to offer. What do you want your business to look like? How much time do you want to spend? How do you want to make this look? And that's the key. Get clear and clarify and crystallize and fine tune that message. All right, guys, I really hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for spending the time with me today. I love doing this. There's more than enough business for everybody. There's billions of people on Facebook. Billions. There's thousands of people in your local area. We've just got to reach them. We've got to get the right message. So, you know, we can get the inactive fit. We can get new people into your businesses. We really can. We've just got to be consistent and get our message out there and be visible and be strategic with your time so you're not wasting time. All right, everybody. Right, let's go. I'm going to Aldi now. So I will see you later. Thanks, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it.